Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Somerset Sports Talk, a presentation of Somerset County Recreation, Parks, and Tourism. I'm Gary.
I'm Jack.
And as you will notice, we do not have an Adam today.
Well, he's somewhere south.
Warm,
right?
I hope.
I mean, the way things are going, I don't know
I don't
how
know.
warm Florida
For
is.
the weather. He's down in Florida.
Yeah.
He's at field hockey tournament.
That's right, for his daughter.
For his daughter, and it's kind of a recruiting tournament.
Showcase.
A lot of coaches down there.
Talented young lady, apparently.
Yeah, well, she's good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, a lot of college coaches watching,
Yeah.
and hopefully,
Maybe something good comes of the trip.
yes, she'll get some kind of feedback, and a lot of people will be interested in her. She's a pretty good field hockey player, so
Awesome.
best of luck with them down there, and also best of luck flying back because
Ooh.
he's coming back Sunday, and a lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
people.
he thinks he's coming back
He
Sunday.
thinks he's coming back.
Not the way the whole...
There's a
I
lot
wouldn't
of
want to be in a plane trying to land and what's coming this way.
yeah, especially if it's ice. There's a lot of
Oh,
weather.
my goodness. So
And-
we feel for you, Adam.
Yeah.
We
So,
hope it works
and-
out, but...
And my friends are waking up to minus
Oh, yeah, up there.
13 Cannon, Wisconsin, just
Wisconsin.
north of Green Bay.
Minus, huh?
Minus 13 this morning when he went to work. So,
Hurting your face temperatures.
another friend in Ohio is going to get between 5 and 12 plus inches of
Yeah.
snow. So,
We're right on that line, whether...
well, not the
Winter.
12 inches of snow.
No, we won't
but-
get to 12
No,
inches.
we'll maybe
We'll
get
get-
an inch or two, but it might be more ice, which
Oh,
is,
no.
I'd rather have snow than ice.
You don't know till it hits.
That's right. But I'm prepared.
But we got football to watch.
That's what makes it even the better.
Only two games, right?
Yep, and that's where we're going to start
but
with the
where-
NFL.
Where it all comes down to this weekend.
Last week, Adam was 1-3. He took
He was?
yeah, I forget. He won the LA
Second
game,
maybe, yeah.
the Rams game.
I can't remember what he picked. I know he was heavy on Buffalo, so he lost that one.
Yeah, or no, he won the New England game.
Oh,
So that was the 1-3. You were 2-2.
Yeah, that's about right. That's always me.
And I was 3-1.
There you go. That's exactly the way the whole season's
I
gone.
got lucky. And just to update something I said last week, we talked about how Barb in our pool,
Yes.
Mike's family pool that we
Yes.
are all members of, that Barb was leading.
Yes.
And I forgot to mention Mike is tied with her.
Yes.
So,
Oh my goodness.
So
you forgot.
he was extremely
Oh, he
upset
didn't
about
like
that.
that.
I didn't give him the
Didn't give him the
tie.
props.
So
Didn't give him the prop.
right, the props he deserves. So that's how that.
How did
so,
he do in the?
I don't know. I haven't looked. I've been too busy
I looked.
to look.
I can't remember if they're still tied or not. I think they're still.
But yeah, I think they are. They're still tied for first.
Yeah.
So
After last weekend.
yeah. So this will separate the wheat from the chaff. This
I made my picks.
this one. Oh, I didn't make mine yet. Thanks for reminding me.
You got
Yeah, I got a
until
day.
Sunday, but
Yeah. So
it's only two plus the points.
I know,
It's not a long effort.
and we'll get to the picks in just a bit.
Yeah.
The couple of big things that came out of the weekend. Buffalo, catch or interception?
Catch.
I agree.
I'm old school. He had possession, knee on the ground,
Yeah,
plays dead.
yeah,
What's the difference of running with the ball, possession, knee on the ground, fumble?
yeah.
Not a fumble.
Which happened.
It happened. Well,
Yeah.
then the next game,
The guy, his
almost
forearm
the
was
same
down.
thing.
Ball bounced out.
The
He was down.
inconsistency is unreal.
In that rule. That I mean, that
rule
what's
has
the
come up
catch rule?
so many times. Well, what the Aaron Rodgers scenario? The ball's tipped. He goes up. He comes down and is barely holding on to it.
Yeah,
His knee hits it, but the defender, Baltimore's got his hand on it,
yeah,
rips it out, but they call it dead because his knee hit.
right.
He didn't survive the ground. That wasn't a reception, but nonetheless, possession, knee down, end of play.
Right. There's no.
So
it's just
and the
different.
and the way they just went right to the next play. I mean, what's his name had to the now former
McDermott,
coach
yeah.
McDermott
Yeah.
called the timeout to slow things down, and I think
And
he
hoping
was
they
right.
would. And
But it's not. Well, I guess it's reviewable in New York, but it's not.
but every turnover is supposed to be reviewed.
Yeah, right. Well, I think they did, and they said clearly he
Clear-
didn't
yeah.
survive the ground.
Right.
I hate that part. That last
And-
part, just, I hate that part.
Yeah, and again, the guy might have had his hand in there,
Yeah,
but when they hit the ground, they're down,
right.
in my opinion.
But,
And everybody, like I've listened to a lot of sports radio, and they're saying, most people are saying it was an interception.
well, because of the definition.
Right.
But they're not upholding that definition on a consistent basis. That's the problem.
And the only guy I heard, Jason Garrett, was on the Dan Patrick Show,
Right?
and he's the only guy I heard say it was a catch.
Yeah.
Of course, he goes back to that Des Bryant play,
Oh, yeah.
where his guy,
Right.
which that's where
Right, that's where it all
most
really
of this started.
Went crazy with
Yeah.
defining it.
Yeah,
What is
football
a catch?
move.
What's a football move?
What a football move is being tackled,
Yeah.
right? He was down. That's a football move being tackled.
And it that play, now, the whole game was a little bit of a misstep for Josh Allen in the
Yes.
sense that he
Yeah.
didn't protect the ball, fumbled,
Yes.
intercept. Too many turnovers. You can't win any game, much less a playoff game, typically with all those turnovers.
Right.
And he was careless with the ball at the end of the first half, which cost a 3-point, switcheroo. And there's at the end, in overtime, it's 3
Again,
points.
yeah.
So all of this
You can't
comes.
blame it on the only thing, and I agree, you can't blame it on this one call. But
Still,
that one call at that time of the game would have put them in field goal
well, yeah,
range
they
to
win.
win.
They're playing.
Yeah. So,
It goes to how and then the two interference calls, which they hadn't. Now the second one was pretty blatant, but
yeah, he tapped.
previous to that, Brendan Cooks got mauled on a play, and he didn't get the call. No PI on it.
Yeah.
It's on the 5-yard line and guarantees the field goal, and they call it. I don't know.
Yeah,
We're gonna see.
it's
I'm
tough.
really curious to see how the games go this weekend.
And there's a lot, but there's a lot of always conspiracy theories.
I know, and I don't necessarily
I would
subscribe to
think-
it, but it just seems so hinky sometimes.
I would think the conspiracy would be for Josh Allen to win.
Wouldn't you?
Reigning MVP.
Particularly now that Bo Nix is hurt now.
Yeah.
And now you gotta.
He's the MVP of the league.
Yeah. Never won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No Mahomes or anybody in his way.
Right.
And that's the story, I think.
Right.
The feel-good story would be for
But-
him in Buffalo. After missing 4 in a row, they finally win one.
Right.
So if there's a conspiracy, you think it would have gone that way.
You'd think. And I saw a quick blurb that Joe. Oh God, I'm gonna have Alzheimer's. The San Francisco quarterback won all the Super Bowls. Joe
Montana.
Montana. Thank you. There was something about the rise of the 49ers or some show that's on TV now. And he's on there, he goes, I was in 4 Super Bowls and I won all 4. And then you have the other side of the Buffalo Bills
Oh, yeah.
in all 4, lost
Yeah.
all 4.
Yeah.
And then you now have the saga of Josh Allen not getting to the
Not
Super
getting
Bowl.
to a Super Bowl.
And, it's just, are certain teams cursed with this, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Now, what's come to light the last few days was the interview or the press conference that the owner up there.
I heard that. I heard part of it.
And he just trashed the coaches for picking Keon Coleman,
Yeah.
and who's only a 3rd-year player, I think second or 3rd-year player.
Yeah.
But he was a high draft choice. Might have been their first draft choice.
Yeah.
And he's played intermittently okay, but not the superstar. But they gave the GM, a promotion. Got rid of the coach who's been winning, regularly for the last 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
And then trashed the coaches in absentia,
Because
no way to
they
defend
want,
themselves.
the GM didn't want to
But now
draft that kid.
There's film of the draft room somehow behind the scenes come out, showing the GM saying we're picking Coleman
Yeah.
first,
Yeah. That's who they
and the
want.
coaches were like, okay.
Yeah.
So it was his idea,
Yeah.
and they're playing it the other way. And now you got a kid's gonna walk in the building going, nobody wants me here. They think I can't play.
Yeah. Yeah. How to ruin
So
that?
you know what? It kind of ends up going to the top-down how the culture is built in that by the owner in the
And
organization.
then a good point now comes up is, do you want to work for an organization like that now?
Well, this
Because
is
the
now the
owner
question, yeah.
seems to like come in and say stuff, and then
Right.
he's
Well,
protecting the GM, but
The biggest hot seat situation is already that. So whoever
Right.
takes it's on the hot seat,
yeah,
and they don't win the Super Bowl, they'll probably get kicked to the curb.
yeah, and
So
yeah. Do you
why would
want
you want
that?
to go do that?
Because and we'll talk about we're going to talk about all the coaches' hirings, about the
Yeah.
pressure to take over, but
But think about that.
You know,
if you
the
go in
only-
and you have a 12-5 season and lose in the second round, or even the conference championship next year, it
yeah,
could be
they
gone.
have to go farther.
So, 'cause
Yeah.
Allen, how many more years does he have? But and what about Marino? Marino never won the Super Bowl either.
Nope, been to one in his second year, and that was it.
But it didn't seem like back in those days that the scrutiny on it, and maybe it was because maybe I wasn't following or didn't hear all the chatter about it.
Yeah,
But even today, his name doesn't come up. It's like, well, look at him. He's worse than Allen.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Is he really a Hall of Famer because he got in?
because he didn't win a Super
He didn't
Bowl.
win a Super
Yeah,
Bowl. And now, you're judged completely by the win of the Super Bowl. It's one season period that you're judged by.
yeah,
If you win one, you're golden forever.
sure.
I mean, look at Rodgers. He won one. Still revered as one
Yeah.
of the greats. And he was
Favre
one of the
won
greats.
one.
Favre won. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a slew of them that just won one.
Yeah,
And
Trent Dilfer.
yeah, well, yeah.
Won one.
And maybe Stidham ends up winning one.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun?
How about that?
Yeah.
Whew.
Oh, that's like Jeff Hostetler.
Hostetler was one.
He won
Nick
one.
Foles came in.
Won
did the
one.
same thing.
So
It's hard to know.
Yeah, those are
It's-
two
it's
names.
that's the defense. The New England's defense is pretty good, though. I was really impressed how quickly they got, to the pass
Right.
last week to Knicks. Now, or not Knicks.
Stroud. Yeah.
Strauss,
Stroud.
CJ, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he looked like a high school player last week.
Yeah,
Something wrong with him.
Yeah,
He's lost the
there
knack to
was.
be a quarterback, apparently. But anyway,
All right, now I
trudge
got
forward. Here we
another
go.
question. Is Caleb Williams the next Patrick Mahomes?
God, I don't know.
I-
I don't think so, but because Patrick Mahomes well, I don't say smart, but it seems like he has always had that acumen for figuring out where to throw the ball, when to throw the ball, and so on. I think Caleb, he reminds me more of a gunslinger with legs, that he can run around and get away from anybody and then just sling that thing down the field and somehow
Yeah.
gets it to his guy. But he also threw the interception that turned the ball over that led to
Right.
the loss. And he was thrown to a spot, and DJ Moore
Didn't
looked
go to
like
that
he
spot.
didn't go to that
He
spot. He
didn't
just
turn-
kind of let up, didn't even turn
Turn his
around.
head enough. Yeah.
And, so do you blame the receiver? Do you blame Caleb? Now, I thought it was actually a pretty darn good throw, and the defensive back made an amazing, he looked like a
Yeah.
layout receiver.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Catching the damn thing. So, but yeah, I don't know. He's certainly got the sort of the it factor this year with performing under the gun.
And
I think I said it last week. If they get too far down, he might not be able to come back. But they weren't too
they
far
weren't
down.
too far down.
And look what happened.
They're actually leading
4th and 12
Yeah.
on the whatever 40
Yeah,
yard
the
line.
14-yard.
He runs straight backwards
from the 40.
all the way to the end zone, and then there's nobody covering command in the end zone.
Wow, there was a good push off.
There's a good push off.
And I gotta tell you, like the way he's scrambling and running, turning his back to the goal line,
was
and then
over.
all of a sudden turns
And throws.
and just chucks a perfect pass.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It trumps,
how does that
trumps
happen?
the other one. Oh, the voice from
The
afar.
voice behind the
Whoa.
camera is here. And I just want to know, Mike sent us some stuff this week, so he said he doesn't think Caleb Williams is the next
He does.
next Patrick Mahomes.
So
Do you
he's-
think Caleb Williams next Patrick Mahomes?
In order to make that step, he's got to get a little better on schedule. He's got that element of his game off schedule. He
Right.
can really do
Right.
that now.
Right.
So he can improvise well,
But
but he has to be able to do the everyday stuff
There you go.
better.
the easy stuff.
Yes.
The stuff that gets you to the point of winning, your check downs and getting that ball out of your hands quickly, and you know, that running around is like a dog chasing a car, and you're gonna get clipped at some point. And,
Yeah.
and
Did you watch the pass live?
Yes.
And when he started running the other way, did you think it was over?
Yes.
I did too. I
There's
thought
not there's not 2 or 3 people in the world that can make that throw that he made.
Yeah.
No.
Like it was a perfect throw.
Yeah, it was outstanding.
The push off catch. He didn't have to
Yeah.
move in any way. It was like in stride. And
So whose fault was the
Right.
interception? Was it DJ Moore's not running the route out, or was it Caleb not seeing that he was running to the spot? Because he just threw it to the spot,
Yeah, I think that's 50-50, right?
isn't it?
I think it's a
Yeah.
read play. You go wonder, but he didn't cut it off. He kind of rounded it off his
Yeah.
route. So
But that goes to what you just said. You know, it's the thing that you got to get done.
Gotta get that.
You got to get that ball to the receiver somehow.
yeah,
Can't just throw it out there and hope for the best. That's kind of, I think, what he does a lot of the time.
yeah. It's. I just was
Lost the
amazed.
game
That's
because
one
we
of the
didn't take
best.
points when we had them.
Well, there you go. There's the Bears fan over there.
Well, I didn't hear what he said.
He said they
We
didn't
lost
take the
game 'cause
points.
We didn't take the points
Oh,
when
yeah.
we had them.
They went on the 4th downs and didn't get
Do
them.
you think they were going for 2?
Playoffs are different. No.
No.
Playoffs are different. Kick field goals.
Gotta get it.
Change kick
That's
field
right.
goals.
That's right.
Got to put points
Yeah, you
up.
got.
Yeah,
I'm
good
always
points.
a big.
That
Got to
first-
put points on the board.
That first drive, you walk away with nothing.
Yeah.
It's just, you gotta get points.
Brutal.
Yeah.
So listen, man, keep up the good work. I'm on the run today, but I'm going to give you my opinion about what's happening on Sunday.
All right.
All right, quickly. I don't want to get you off schedule.
That's fine.
You know how I am. You got 4 very mediocre uniform teams,
Here we go.
right?
Yep.
Very extremely mediocre uniform teams. But if all 4 of those teams went to their throwbacks, that'd be 4 high
Yes.
uniform teams.
Yes.
Good uniform teams. Denver's going to win with the backup.
That's
Yeah.
the-
May is
that
going to
it?
put that ball in trouble,
Too much.
and it's going to come to him, and he's going to win. I just heard a stat in the radio. I'm trying to say it right. Sean Payton with a backup quarterback is like 14-6.
Mhm.
Right? Denver wins.
And Stidham's kind of that game manager type player, which is what he can work with easily.
Denver wins.
And their defense can win the game.
Seattle wins. It's home dog. Home dog on Sunday.
There we go.
I'm putting all my chips in on that. All $5.
There you go.
$5.
A big
All
$5
$5
chip.
is going to that.
He's
So,
chat because he was right in position to win last week and it didn't go his way.
Oh,
you know? So, yeah.
Buffalo got it.
Which it was a catch.
Buffalo got me. Yeah. I think it was a catch too.
Well, thank
All
you.
right.
Goodbye, YouTube land.
Voice behind the camera. Special guest. All right, so that is that. Would you have fired Sean McDermott? No.
Well,
I
let
don't either.
me just put it this way.
Thank you for the.
Based now on what I know about this owner and how he handled it, I think it's better for McDermott to have gotten fired and hopefully find a decent job somewhere.
Yeah, and again, we'll talk about that in the next segment. But
anyway, it's
Coming up.
Who's going to fill the shoes? That's the
Yeah.
thing. You know, who's going to be that guy, and who's going to take the job based on what we said earlier about.
yeah,
He's
now
on
you
the hot
know
seat
that there's some
from day
sort
one.
of the front office isn't like on the same page. It seems. So.
Seems like it. And they got it. So they're. I don't know what their cap hit is. He's got it. Josh Allen's got to be making $50+ million. On the cap hit.
Sure.
If not more. So it's like my neighbor said. One of these quarterbacks going to take a page from Brady and divert the money, or try to keep it so that the cap doesn't get impacted.
Too high,
by
so you can-
so you can go get the players.
Right.
The free agents. They need some free agents.
Yeah.
Some guys that are proven to come in and help out. So we'll see. It's going to be very good. Who knows?
And Mike said he would not fire McDermott, and this is interesting how he put this. If the owner is basing his reasoning on last week's game,
Yeah.
then it's a rush to poor judgment.
Right.
So was this based on just that game?
That's
And I heard it's because they hit the playoff wall, is what
Yeah.
he said.
yeah.
So,
Well, they give the example with Denver years ago when Elway fired John Fox and brought in Gary Kubiak, and then Peyton Manning won his second Super Bowl with Denver the very next year. So that gamble worked.
yeah.
Is there a Gary Kubiak that's out there that could step in and get the best out of everybody and find the diamond in the rough, draft choice or whatever might put them over the top? We'll see.
And then Mike said, it seems like varsity coaches, in quotes. I don't know what that means, but they're on the move this year. And then he goes, and yet the Packers kept LaFleur. Go figure.
I think
agree.
that's right.
Go
I think
figure.
That's right. I think LaFleur's he had massive
should've-
injury problems. this
Nah,
year.
no, don't.
So you guys are down on the Packer
Yes,
world's down.
a lot of people I know are.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of the cheese chat group
Yeah.
are.
Well, it sounds like the Baltimore fans that I hear from on occasion about being down on Harbaugh. Now that he's gone,
Now
they're
they-
like,
now they-
who are we gonna get?
now
Who
who-
are they-
yeah.
Well, they got. Well, we'll go. To
We'll
that
get to
here in a
that. Yep,
second.
yep.
I just heard this last night.
And then you brought this up. When's the question is, when's the last time two playoff coaches got fired?
Yeah.
And I don't know if two got fired in the same year, but you brought up John Fox in 2014,
Right.
12-4 season,
Yeah. how
and
about
they
that?
lost in the divisional round.
Right.
Mike Mularkey, Tennessee Titans, in 2017, they won a playoff game against Kansas City, and
And
he got fired.
Yeah. And did Vrabel take them to the playoffs the year that they got fired? I mean, he got fired from Tennessee.
I'm not sure.
I don't know that.
And then Marty Schottenheimer, San Diego, 2006,
Uh-huh.
14-2.
Woo.
They lost in the divisional round, and then he was fired. Apparently, there was some rift with the front office.
That's usually
But
not good.
you got-
Yeah.
I don't know what Malarkey's record was. You got Fox at 12-4, Schottenheimer 14-2. You're firing these guys. How much better?
You know-
I guess that you can be better.
You know what
but
NFL stands for?
Not for long.
Now, how about National Fickle League?
That's it too.
Whatever hits your these owners at the moment seems to rule.
That's true. It's I don't get it. It worked for Denver,
Yeah.
but I don't know. All right, let's talk about this week. New England versus Denver. Remember last week? Adam was like, I don't know if I trust Bo Nix. Do you trust him now?
He did great.
He did well. He played well.
But it's always all those games come down to is the last minute of play,
Yeah.
or overtime.
Yeah.
And Denver's the anointed ones along with Chicago, who I didn't pick Chicago because I thought it's over. And then when he completed that pass, I'm like, maybe it's not over.
It's not, yeah.
Goodness gracious! But then they did end up losing. But Nick's probably surprised a lot of people with his passing, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, just
But the
composure.
curious thing's gonna be how the voice from afar mentioned that. Is it the coach that's going to be able to just put a game plan in place?
Right.
Plus, there's no film on Stidham. They don't know his
Sure.
tendencies.
But he did play in New England.
But he did play in New England. He was drafted by New England.
Yes.
And he was supposed to be a backup.
Josh
to-
McDaniel
Yeah, Josh
was-
McDaniel was there.
was his
was his
OC.
Yeah, that's right.
So they know a little bit,
Little bit.
and they're trying to dig up film on him.
Yeah. I tell you, if New England rushes him the same way they rushed CJ and get to him,
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe Denver's got a little better front line that they're not going to let that happen. But any quarterback that gets pressured is going to have issues,
Sure.
and that's what happened to May. May just got absolutely pummeled, and he was trying to be the hero and
Yeah.
doing all the wrong things, but he somehow managed to eke it out with two great passes and two unbelievable catches in the end zone, so they got by. But yeah, I mean, I think that Nix is there to stay for a
Yeah,
long time.
I do too. I
It's
thought he played well.
highly unfortunate. And somebody, the game ended, and apparently he threw that pass deep on the broken ankle.
Yeah.
Or the bone that was broken. So how
Yeah.
much pain he might have been in, who knows? But
And apparently in the interview with the sideline reporter after the game,
Yeah.
he was kind of favoring
Favoring
kind of
the side,
leaning
yeah.
on one foot
Right.
and not the other.
and then
And then because he wasn't
He didn't tell
like,
anybody.
overly
right,
happy
exuberant, yeah.
and exuberant and
It's like, find me a chair.
and then she said, "You don't seem happy about that, you know."
Yeah.
He goes, "Well, it was just a tough game." Like he wasn't.
Well, he probably
didn't
knew
let
that he
anybody
wasn't
know.
playing the next
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
that's
apparently-
really unfortunate.
I heard too where Sean Payton had like slapped him on the sideline and congratulated
Yeah.
him, and then he kind of looked at him and said, "Not so fast." So he knew he was in pain
Well, they got
because you could see him on the sideline.
Right.
There was a close up of his face, and
Right.
I
He
saw the
knew,
replay,
yeah.
and he looked
It was like his foot
almost
hurt.
brought to tears.
Sure, well, why
yeah.
not?
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't blame him.
That.
I don't know. Denver's got a great defense,
Denver's got a great defense.
but can Stidham now? I
So how
find
many
it,
points does Denver need to win? That's where I'm headed.
I would think 21.
Think that much?
Yeah.
So there it is. Does Denver allow less than 21?
Yeah.
And
They-
it could very well happen.
Yeah.
Because if May gets rattled, he could throw 2 or 3 or 4 interceptions.
Sure.
You don't know. He's only a second-year player, and this is the toughest test he's going to have all
Yeah.
year. He's very poised, but Chris Sims was on the other morning. He was like, Drake May, he's got to wake up and realize he can't go back and pat the ball 3 times while he's waiting to throw.
Yeah.
He's got 2 seconds to throw that thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I
And-
think Vrabel
well-
needs to get her. Josh McDaniel says, "Man, we need to get some quick passes. If you're going to throw."
But
you
he's
know-
in the conversation for MVP. So
Well, there it is.
he's done something right all
But then
year.
he ends up throwing those 2 magnificent passes, and Diggs' catch was unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the best catches all year, in my opinion. And then the catch to Buddha in the fall, falling out of bounds, and the whole
Yeah.
thing was fantastic too.
Yeah.
So he's got the ability to make the big play, but it just depends on where they are relative to the score. The good thing for New England is traditionally this year and even last year, they don't score a lot of points anyway.
Yeah.
They rely on that defense to keep it, 1-score game somewhere in the 20s on each side or lower. So if it comes to that, it'll be another kick at the end,
Yeah.
some way or another. That's how it's probably going to blow out there.
And the interesting thing I found was, and that just like this is totally coach speak, was the second Sean Payton knew that Nix was out, he was saying we will win with Stidham, and Stidham can get the job done,
Yeah.
and just pumping
Positive
that kid
all the
all the
time.
way, not like, oh well, we gotta,
Right. Literally,
it did. There was no hesitation.
He can step in, like
And-
Mac Jones
and
stepped
that's-
in for
yeah,
Purdy.
Yeah,
it's
that he's gonna
not gonna
do
miss
it.
a beat.
He's gonna get it done.
Well, he's a different style quarterback, if I remember right. He's more of a pocket guy. Although I guess maybe
They said they're similar in style.
So yeah,
So-
because Knicks didn't like to run much either.
And he's he ran.
But he ran a lot.
Once too many
yeah,
times
well,
last
that's
week.
true. He did.
And they said, that Stidham is the first quarterback in NFL history to start an NFC championship game without throwing a pass all year.
Wow.
So
Wow.
he took a knee
Yeah.
once this year, I know that.
He did. Yeah.
Yes,
That's true.
so he's good at taking
Take
a
well.
knee.
Mhm.
So if they're winning and they get in victory formation, he's
Oh,
got
yeah, he's
that
got
down
that
pat.
down.
He's ready.
He's got that.
So who you like, New England or Denver?
Well, I like New England, which means that the man from afar,
Yes,
is
behind-
going to win.
Yeah.
Because
I
I seem to not pick the right side of any of this.
boy, if I pick with you, that's not gonna be good.
You want me to pick the other side?
Well, yeah.
All right, I'll take Denver.
No. I don't know. I think it's too much to overcome. Not playing
It hinges, in my opinion, it hinges on the New England defense
well in the running game of Denver.
and the running
Can
game.
they get first
So
downs,
apparently
stack first
J.K.
downs up running?
There's a chance Dobbins is going to come back.
Oh, that would help.
So it's.
I'm going to
something
have to
here.
go with New England. just because I think that's just too much.
You know, but is anything in the NFL this year going according to
No.
why? You know, this should happen, so it will happen? No.
Yeah.
It's virtually gone the other way every damn time, but
And then in the other one, we got the Rams in Seattle.
yeah,
Now, this will be their third meeting. It's
Yeah.
one game apiece.
yeah,
The Rams won at home 21-19.
right.
Seattle won at home 38-37. And I guess it was in the Rams victory, they intercepted Darnold 4 times.
Yeah.
And the Seattle win, that was the 2-point. Is that the controversial call about? Wasn't there a big controversy about something? And I can't remember. And they got the 2-point conversion.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how close it was: 58-57
Yeah.
in points,
Right.
and 1 yard total offense difference
Is that right?
between the two games.
Ooh.
That's as close
Coin
as you
flip.
get. Yep.
Coin flip.
Yeah. Now,
Well, all the analysis that I've heard is if Stafford can get to Nakua, then the Rams have a chance.
Yes.
Otherwise,
yeah.
it's going to be all Seattle.
Now I saw Seattle. The first time I watched them all year was against San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. That looked pretty
They
damn
were
good, didn't
dominant.
they? They were
I mean,
kicking it.
dominant. But you know, with the weapons, I know more about the Rams. Oh, plus Seattle's leading rusher, Charbonneau, is out.
Yeah, but so there was a tandem
Yeah,
committee
with Walker.
because I had Walker as one of. I actually had Charbonnet when on my fantasy team this year. He was my RB2 the whole season, and he was pretty consistent. I mean, he got plenty of 10+ point games, but he didn't have any 30 point games.
Right.
And we got a lot of touchdowns because he's bigger back from 1 yard line and whatnot. He'd get that call. But Walker is the better runner, and right now he's on a bit of a tear with some confidence because the offensive line looks like they're opening a little bit of space for him at least the last couple of weeks, and he's good. He's good back. I mean, there's a chance he could go for another big game, and make the difference because I agree. The ground game could be the deciding factor on both sides.
I agree.
Right.
So,
I think New England runs the ball pretty well.
yeah.
So,
I mean, they got Ramondre Stevenson, who's again the bigger of the two backs, and does not fall backwards. He's forwards every time. It's very impressive to watch him, do that. And then when he gets a chance in the open field, he's a pretty explosive runner. Travion Henderson's a little slighter build, quicker, more like darting to the spot rather than. Yeah. But he gets caught at the line a lot. He gets on the edges. He gets caught. It just doesn't seem like he gets a lot of space to run, so he doesn't forge forward. So he's kind of that. He's a 1 yard guy or a 55-yard run guy.
Yeah.
So you're hoping, or at least the New England fans are hoping that he gets that. But I think Stevenson gets more of the snaps. But it's another tandem thing. I mean, I think the NFL team structure now for offense is tandem running backs. If they have two good ones, they're going to use them.
right. Yeah, well, yeah.
But Charbonnet being out, I think, is a big deal because in the fourth quarter, unless I don't even know who the backup is. I heard his name this morning, but can't remember. But running backs aren't used to 35 carries anymore.
Right.
So come the fourth quarter, they could not be as effective. We'll see. Playoff games always come down to the guy that's his backup, or the Charbonnet's backup, will probably get 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Some crazy,
something like that.
stats.
Some guy you never heard of.
Exactly.
So who are you taking?
All right, so I've been loving the Rams all season, and I've been picking them all season. So I'm going with Seattle.
It's good logic.
Hey, I've given up on logic.
I like how you think.
I can't do it. I have to pick opposite because I can't win. I just don't know.
If Stafford has like a good game, really good game, it's the Rams. But I don't know if he has that.
Well, I foresee
he didn't look good, but it was cold in Chicago.
Yeah.
Could have been the cold. He's getting older.
True.
He's used to playing in it though, for his
Right,
days
yeah.
in
He's-
Detroit. But, well, I
They just
say you
gotta
got
hope that
Nakua, but
gets
they
hot.
got JSN,
Right.
who is
Who could blow
every
down the
bit
field.
as good as
No
Nakua.
question.
So, I don't know. I like what I saw in Seattle. I'm going with Seattle, and it scares me because you and I have the
So
same picks.
here's where it scares me too, because I used to have an adage with these kinds of games that I would assess first quarterback versus quarterback, and that it made sense to go with the better quarterback who's got the more experience and winning, kind of record.
Right,
Stafford is the one.
definitely.
Darnold's still an unproven postseason player.
But in a game where you thought he might choke, he did not.
He didn't, but we got another one coming up.
No. They get
So-
bigger.
And the Rams' defense, while not being lauded as the greatest defense because it's a little porous in the secondary and the middle of the field, they have a pretty good rush. Will it be able to do the work to get to Darnold? Because he's not mobile. I mean, he does run and gets out of the pocket, but he's not fast in terms
Yeah.
of like Josh Allen getting down the
Right.
field type fast.
Yeah.
So there's a potential. Last year in the Super Bowl, we sat right here, and I think this is what I said. I said, it could go either way with Kansas City because you just never know with Mahomes.
Right.
But if Philadelphia beats them up early and gets on top, it's over.
Yeah.
It's a blowout. I have a similar sort of feel here with this game, is that if the Rams, get first possession and bomb it down the field in 3 plays, get it back, then it's 3 and out, they get it back, they come down, it's 14-0 in the middle
Yeah.
of the first quarter.
Yeah.
Could be a long
Tough
day.
comeback. Even 10-0.
Could be a long day because
But for either team.
Darnold would then have to throw deep, and that's where it's going to, expose whether he's got it
Yeah.
or he doesn't. Now, he's had it most of the year.
Yeah.
And he's got that great receiver out
Been
there and a
playing
couple
well.
of other decent receivers, too. But I see the game script going that way, or if it doesn't go that way, Seattle wins. So there you have it.
You're going with Seattle, or
going with Seattle
You're going with
because
Seattle or Los Angeles.
I think Seattle's defense is exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, it's called hedging your bet.
That's my
I'm gonna
pick
bet
too.
both sides of
yeah,
the coin.
there you go. All right, and Mike, who sent this in,
You caught me.
he's got Patriots over the Broncos by 7. He's got Bo Nix. Normally, I would pick the Broncos, but inserting a new quarterback in this late in the game
Right.
concerns me, and that's the big concern
Right.
in that game.
Good.
I think everybody agrees with that. Rams and Seahawks. This one's tough. Rams didn't play very good last week. Maybe it was the cold. Seattle's playing well enough to beat the Rams, but I think that Stafford will play like an MVP, and the Rams will squeeze past the Seahawks. Rams by 3.
Okay. Fair enough.
Legitimate, and I think
It's hard to
yeah,
argue with
it's
that
not-
logic.
And and you could substitute Seattle for the Rams.
They just got to hope
If you like the
Nakua
Rams.
doesn't get hurt.
Yes,
Because Nakua's injury prone because he runs so hard into people.
yes,
So
yeah.
you hope he's still in the game at the end.
All right, let's switch her up here. And
I'm getting
talk
fired
about.
up. I want to watch these games.
I am excited about it. Too.
I didn't think I would be.
I love this because it's 2 games for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's
and
Sunday.
it's different. It's not Mahomes versus Lamar.
Yeah,
or,
and it is different.
it's
yeah.
just different.
And
Or
I
Allen,
think-
for that matter.
If the Patriots went throwback Patriot
Yeah.
Patriot Pete,
Oh yeah.
On the
yeah.
helmet?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what
Hands down,
the
they
voice
would-
from afar
Yeah.
was referring to.
Hands down,
He
they-
described
they
that
would-
to me yesterday. Each of the
Yeah.
uniforms, the
Yeah.
Rams with the
the old
horn
Ram
on it.
horn thing. I don't like their new look.
It's all broken up or something.
The old
so-
Denver Broncos from the Orange Crush days.
Oh my gosh.
And
he loves those the
with
most.
the horse snorting
Yes.
up on the
Oh,
hind
it's
legs.
great. And what a great
Seattle,
opportunity to
they're
do it. Seattle's
just
always
the
kind of been the
same
the
thing,
blue
just
and
different
dark
colored
blue,
green.
whatever they are.
So, all right, let's
The
talk.
uniforms, you can't get past them.
Let's talk about coaching changes. What we know so far.
Yeah, what do we know so far?
Harbaugh's at the Giants.
Now, did you hear the whole thing about that? About the
No.
power grab?
Well, I heard he doesn't report to the GM. He reports to the
So
owner.
it took a week for him to come to terms.
Yeah.
And that was what it was about.
Uh-huh.
So the GM just basically got
Yeah.
by Harbaugh.
Kick to the curb.
And Harbaugh's already fired half the staff
Yes.
inside the operation.
A guy who's
including
been there
the trainer.
Yes, and a guy been there 27 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's going in. And you got to have that, though. You want to change the culture?
You want your guys.
You
Yeah.
got to have
Yes.
that ability to go in there and change that stuff up.
Yep.
So New York, here we go, baby. That G-Man.
And then we knew Kevin Stefanski has gone to Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah.
And I heard he brought Tommy Reese with him as OC.
Okay.
So I guess Tommy Reese was the OC at Cleveland. Because
Yeah.
it said they brought him with them.
Okay.
Tommy Reese, former Notre Dame guy.
Oh, I
So-
didn't know that. Okay.
That means they're going to be good.
I think that's a good fit.
Yeah, I do too. He's got a lot of weapons and he's an offensive mind.
Yeah. I think he's a damn good coach with what he had to deal with.
Yeah.
Now they blame him for the whole, debacle with Deshaun Watson, because they said it's a scapegoat thing.
Yeah.
He pushed for it. The owner was pushing for it.
Yeah.
And the owner was the one that gave him the guaranteed money, so
Yeah.
really his own ownership. But it's good to see that he's out of that. And curious.
Let somebody
They got
else
some talent
in
down there. They got some young players that are decent.
Yeah.
Now Penix, is hurt, so maybe
Yeah.
it'll depend on that. But they
And Cousins
They-
right now is your starting quarterback.
Cousins right now is a starter.
Yeah.
He won 4 in a row at the end of the year there and broke some hearts with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, who's next? Those two I didn't know.
Let's see. Tennessee, Brian Callahan out. Robert Saleh
In Tennessee,
in Tennessee.
interesting.
Former Jets head coach not too long
Right,
ago.
2 years ago.
And
So,
bad situation there. Better
Well-
situation here.
well, he's got a good QB scenario. He's got some young talent. Ownership is again, it's a fickle ownership.
Mm-hmm.
He's a defensive-minded guy. Their defense was horrid.
He needs a good OC.
So, but he needs somebody calling the plays
Yeah,
for him, for sure.
a good OC.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I think it's going to be 6-11 for them. They might win a few more games next year. But
And
Cam Ward's on the up and up, but he needs some help on that offensive line, so you don't have to run around like a crazy. It's a lot like Caleb last year with the Bears, or the previous quarterbacks, Justin Fields and the Bears. If you run around all the time, you can't be very effective.
right.
So I hope because Cam Ward's really not that mobile. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
But apparently, I didn't really. Who saw any of the Titans this year other than
yeah.
on a line in the box score?
Sure.
That they got
I didn't
beat.
see him play at all.
But he's got a good arm and he's made some nice throws. And towards the end of the season, he was getting a little bit better, but then he got hurt. But anyway, so that's interesting. Solid.
Yeah.
Well, Solid's from the Shanahan tree.
Yeah.
So.
And he did a good job as
And he went back
DC at San Francisco this year.
with what happened there. this year.
Miami, Mike McDaniel gone.
Right.
He now is the OC at San
How
Diego.
did that happen?
Or, I'm sorry, LA.
Well,
Chargers.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But think about the personalities
That's what somebody said.
Jim Harbaugh
And this dude.
and this guy.
Have you ever heard this guy on the Dan Patrick Show?
No.
Oh, my God, it's fun.
Oh, they do a great impression
Mike
of
McDonald.
it. One of those,
Yeah.
one of the bad
The
guys.
Danettes.
The Nanettes. Which one? Anyway, so it's a monotone kind of.
Yeah.
It's like,
But he's
but
kind of out there.
he's got Justin Herbert and Marion Hampton,
Yeah.
and hopefully they'll have linemen that are
Healthy.
that are not like
Yes.
third string type
Yes.
players that will bust it out. So I think he could have a hell of a
That could make
good
a
year.
good run there for them.
And I'm hopeful, and Harbaugh's probably smart enough. And Harbaugh's an offensive minded guy too, and they always pin success to the quarterbacks that he's their guy.
Yeah.
So there has to be a symbiosis there in some fashion or
Yeah.
another. But maybe Harbaugh saw the value that McDaniel held on to Tua. Well, he had to, but he tailored the offense to Tua's abilities.
Wow, he got the last couple games Tua didn't
But
play.
Tua couldn't throw it deep.
So, yeah.
Now Herbert can throw it up the entire
Yes.
length of the field.
Yeah, he's
so
got an arm.
It should be maybe a fun kind of connection there. Maybe it would work.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And Jeff Halfley takes over in Miami.
Who's that?
Packers defensive coordinator.
Oh,
So,
one of your guys.
well, yeah. Now, I will tell you this.
Is he head coach material?
He was the head coach at Boston College.
Okay.
He left that to go to Green Bay.
Did he?
And I'm sure he's got other NFL experience
Okay.
somewhere. They mostly all do. But
That's a tough situation down there.
in my opinion, the Packers defense gave up too much yardage,
Yeah.
but they seemed to tighten up in the red zone. So between the 20s, people I thought was too easy.
Right.
And then they tightened up,
Yeah.
and they had some success.
Right.
Um,
It'll be interesting to see how that all goes.
So
'Cause
I don't
he's
know
in a bit
how
of a
long-
hornet's nest down there because I heard that the cap is like 90 million or some extraordinary number for Tua. Is that right?
I don't know, but
I mean, it's just like
it's going to be hard to get rid of
They
him.
can't get rid of
You
him,
gave him all that money.
and he's been benched.
Yeah,
Now it's a new coach, and I guess there'll be a competition for the starting role. But wouldn't it be, just like Cleveland, where you got the big money guys sitting on the bench,
yeah,
and you're hindered by all that other stuff.
yeah.
So.
You just got to ride that.
And I
out.
think Achan's a free agent now.
Okay, that's going to
but-
hurt if they lose that.
No, he's not. He's not that. He's not that
No.
far into it. He's only 3 years into it,
Yeah,
so he's still there,
yeah,
which is good for them because that guy can put points on the board.
yeah.
But okay, so you got a newbie
Exactly.
coach.
All right, now still open. Buffalo Bills. It says here they're interviewing Brian Dable, their former.
I have a
OC,
hot take. If you don't know this,
Joe Brady and Lou Anarumo. Go ahead, give me it.
Baltimore filled their spot.
They did, yes.
Did you have that? It happened last
Yes, I
night,
did.
not yesterday.
Yep. Go ahead, give it. Break the news.
Minter, right?
Jesse Minter,
And he's San Diego,
DC,
DC.
of the LA Chargers.
So I had this thread of text with my former neighbor who's Baltimore crazy. I texted. I said, "What in the heck is going on? They're bringing in a DC guy, and the offense is what needs help. So
Yeah.
who's the OC going to
Well,
be?"
I think the defense needs help.
Well, the defense obviously
They've
needs
slipped.
help.
They always used to be known for their defense, and
I don't know. I
See-
guess they like him.
yeah, and see that's the guy you would have thought Pittsburgh went hard after,
Oh,
because everybody the last three coaches in the last 60 years
right.
was a young defensive
Defensive guy.
coordinator, defensive-minded guy, and.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. I heard his name mentioned early for a
Yeah.
lot of jobs.
well, they
So-
say that Philadelphia is a tough place. Obviously New York's a tough place. I don't know that Baltimore is tough.
And-
the fan base, a hot seat is already there.
And you're-
because you got a Lamar Jackson
It is,
and
it's
Derrick Henry is going to go into his 46th season or something.
Yeah.
It's like almost 10 years he's been running.
And again, the question that you asked, I've heard asked, is you're getting rid of this guy, so you got rid of Harbaugh. Who's better?
Yeah.
And it's not always who's better,
Well, exactly.
but now, same with you come into Buffalo, you come into Baltimore, you got talent on the offensive side of the ball.
I think the organization in Baltimore is one of the best
Yes.
positions to
Yeah.
be in.
Yeah.
And I think they'll give him a few years, maybe
Right.
2. But they don't. Well, I don't even know that I can say that. I got rid of Harbaugh because he hit the playoff wall.
Playoff wall. Yeah.
So they want next year as a Super Bowl. I mean, it's not far from the Buffalo situation. So you got a young guy that's his first opportunity going into a situation where it's like we got to win enough games to get to the
You've
playoffs.
got to win now,
and then you got to
because
get through the playoffs.
You've got a
You got to
two-time
find a way
MVP
to
at
connect.
quarterback.
You got to connect with Lamar. Who's going to
Yeah.
connect with Lamar?
Yeah,
I don't know.
So,
It'd
yeah.
be an interesting
but apparently
thing to see.
Lamar was in on the
Was he?
hiring process.
Oh, okay.
So, at least what I heard.
Well,
the,
Bisciotti-
the one clip I heard of
He
him
had
saying,
he had influence. He had an opinion, but I have the power. Is
Yeah.
what Bisciotti said.
Yeah.
So, I like that.
all right.
Well, good luck to Baltimore.
So we got the Bills. Pittsburgh still looking for a
Pittsburgh's still looking.
guy.
Now they're saying Flores might be good.
He re-signed with the Vikings, I think.
He did. He didn't take a head pro job. Or a head
I
pro-
nope,
head-
I
head
think he
manager.
re-signed with them. And the other name that I got
Interesting.
on this is Chris Shula,
Shula, really? Of the Shula family?
grandson.
No kidding.
I
Where's
forget
he
where he
at?
was. I forget. He was playing last week, so
Wow.
because I remember they talking about it, but I can't remember off the top of my
Well,
head.
what about the Buffalo coach?
See, that might
Is he
not
in the
be-
mix?
I don't know. That just happened yesterday. No, it just happened
It was
Tuesday.
yeah.
Tuesday seems like.
But I
yesterday
guess,
to me.
I don't know, well, he hasn't said he isn't gonna coach or is gonna coach.
I'm sure.
McDermott, I can never remember his name.
I'm sure that.
He could be a good fit in Pittsburgh. He's not
I think
old,
so,
he's not
too.
an old guy, is he?
No.
But he's got that kind of disciplined approach that would work down there.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he might.
But I don't
But that
know.
would be going against type of what they've normally hired in the past. Because
Yeah.
I don't think
Well,
McDermott
maybe
was.
they need to do that. They haven't won a Super Bowl in
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
if
years.
McDermott was a defensive guy or not. I don't know what he did.
I think he
before.
is a defensive guy.
You know, if he is, then that's
I think
what
he
they.
is, yeah.
That, you know,
So,
Cleveland
I'm
Browns.
curious.
Um,
Did they hire him?
Nope, not yet. They got the Jaguars OC, and then somebody else. I can't. Grant Udinski, which I never heard of, but Jaguars OC. Jaguars played well at the end of the year. Nate
about-
Shieldhass.
What about Dion? Has Dion been interviewed for his Cleveland job?
Yeah,
I love that take.
I do too, but I don't think it's going to happen. Just because of nepotism. If I'm Dylan Gabriel and that happens, I'm like, how do I get out?
Can I leave,
Please
please?
send me
Trade
anywhere.
me.
I don't care. Trade me to the Canadian Football League. I don't
Trade
care.
me to Miami.
Yeah, I'll go sit there. The Raiders,
Oh gosh.
and then the Cardinals.
Gosh, that's right. The Cardinals. God, they're just a roller, or what do they call a carousel of coaches
Yes.
in the last 10 years.
Vance Joseph and Mike LaFleur are reportedly in the finalists. Mike LaFleur is Matt LaFleur's brother.
Really?
He was been an OC
No kidding.
for Minnesota, maybe. I don't
Okay.
know. Somebody the Packers played, because I remember.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Vance Joseph was the head coach
Yeah, he was.
briefly, but I can't remember where. Denver?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. So,
Wasn't it Texas, Texans, Vance Joseph? Wasn't it? 1 year and he got fired after 1 year.
maybe that's what it was.
I think
Yeah.
that's what it was.
And again, funny, the poll question for one day this week on the Dan Patrick Show was, would you rather be the Cleveland Browns head coach or the offensive coordinator somewhere else? Majority of the people went,
The offensive coordinator.
Somewhere else.
Poor Cleveland.
yeah,
They just can't get out of their own way.
because I think they were talking about Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
Withdrew his name from
Oh, he
the
did. That's
search
right. I
to go
heard
to
that. Yeah, yeah.
to go to the
Right,
Chargers.
right. Well, that was the. Oh,
So-
I get it.
So yeah, that's it.
Well, as the world turns, as we used to say, the soap opera continues.
Yes. All right. Oh, I just want to go on a little rant, a mini rant.
Uh-oh.
I got two of them, but we're only going to go one.
Okay.
And this one is when Mike Tomlin stepped down. Nobody believed he stepped down.
Oh,
They all thought he was fired.
really?
Or they said either step down or we'll fire you, or nobody believed he could step down. And I'm like,
Why not?
why? Why are you thinking that everybody, we're being lied to, which happens all the time in the media,
Sure.
but why is it so hard to believe the guy said, I'm done, it's 19 years, I can't get any further right now.
Well, I think he might have made that decision when he was being booed in the
Yeah.
in those games that he was losing there for a
Right.
while.
And maybe he
Like, I don't
sees the
need
makeup
this.
of the team,
I don't need this anymore.
and it's like, I can't do it anymore. This
Well,
team's,
19 years.
you know. But I just the amount of people who said he was fired, and
Yeah.
and it's, you know,
Well, I
they're
heard,
saying
I heard
he
the
wasn't.
Rooney family found out when he
Said it.
said it.
Yeah,
they didn't know it was coming.
They were surprised.
And he did it in front of his team, I think, right? He got everybody together and
I think so,
announced it.
yeah.
So
They were surprised.
I don't know why anybody wouldn't believe him.
All right. College football.
Hoosiers. What a game!
Indiana, it was a good game. I didn't watch all
Second half
of it.
was
I
a
saw
good
some of it.
Second half was fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of the time Miami came back. I missed a lot of that. I saw the ending though.
Yeah.
And great game.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
People are complaining that apparently Indiana had a team of mostly 26-year-olds.
So their team averaged 24 and a half years old.
Which is,
It's
well,
older.
that's a little old.
It's older than the Dolphins, I think.
Yeah.
In the NFL.
And yeah, you can't have old men playing against young kids.
Sour
Come
grapes.
on,
Sour
Miami.
grapes.
Yeah. I think it was good. Mendoza,
Hey,
though
what a
he did
great
not
story.
throw for a touchdown, ran.
He ran
That
in
was
for
a
an
tough
amazing
run.
touchdown.
Yes.
Amazing
And I
touchdown.
guess proved Heisman Trophy.
That was a worthy run for
Worthy,
that. And
yeah.
it was on a fourth down to get. Now
Yeah.
he got the first down,
Right.
but he dove in to get the touchdown.
Yeah.
He got plowed in the back. You know, if I'm the NFL, going, we got another one of these guys that just throws themselves into peril.
Oh yeah. But I think he's smarter than that.
Listen, I've
He
seen him.
seems like a smart
I've
guy.
seen him interviewed 3 times for more than 15 minutes each time on the McAfee show.
Uh-huh.
Kids got it.
Yeah.
And he's got a presence that is really amazing, and he's smart, and he's well spoken, and he's motivated, and he's big. I mean, he's 6'5", I think, and 220
Oh yeah.
or
Can
230.
make. I guess he can make all the
And
throws.
he's a good thrower now. They're saying, well, he doesn't really look that athletic.
That's
Well,
not enough.
neither did Brady. You know,
Yeah.
Brady was a 7th round pick. You know,
Yeah.
they didn't think out of college he was going to
Yeah.
do anything. But I think he can outsmart defenses.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that was asked him on one of those interviews was, what do you see? How do you go about the process when you go back
Oh,
for a
you
pass?
told me this. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, it's a puzzle.
Yeah.
And he segments the field into places where he's putting together the puzzle pieces. I'm thinking, man, that's a heck of a way. So it's slowing down everything, and he almost knows. There was one little quick story that they saw him line up in one of the games, and he looked down and he saw the formation and he smiled.
Yeah.
And he threw a TD pass because
Yeah.
he knew he had the perfect formation for the play that was up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think he's got the confidence and the swag, and but going forward, it's a whole new world.
Right.
Signetti was the best coach in the world for him this year, based on again what he said of why he picked Indiana. Because
Yeah.
he had a pick of going to a lot of places.
Yeah.
But what Signetti said was what he wanted to hear and wanted to be. Now, does he get that going to the Raiders? Well, they don't even have a coach yet, do they?
No, not yet.
And is Tom Brady going to be the coach or be his confidant and take him to the promised land? Probably not. Cause
Tom Brady won't be his coach, but
how
you know
much
he was on
influence
the
is gonna do?
sideline. He was on the sideline for that game.
Oh, well,
Brady.
there it is.
You know,
he's trying to influence him.
How
for
much
sure.
more pressure? You're playing for the national championship, and the guy who could decide if you're the first pick overall is there. Now, I don't
Well, how
know
about
if
on
he
the
knew he
other
was
side?
there.
How about on the other side? Ray Lewis goes up because he done it in the Ole Miss game with the quarterback Beck.
Yeah.
And in the Ole Miss game, we had 2 minutes or 1 minute, whatever it was. And he goes, "How about you bring us home here?"
Yeah.
And he went out and he did it.
This is what we
So
played for.
this is what he did in the
Yeah.
last, and then he threw the interception, and that was the end of
Yeah.
that. But the pressure of these kids is it's, when you think how old they're supposed to be.
Well, 26,
Now Beck is
28.
like 25, so.
And remember how we talked a little bit about, like, when's the last time a player was academically ineligible?
But yeah,
Did you hear what he said?
no,
He said he hadn't been to class in 2 years.
I believe it. Not one class.
No,
He's a pro.
he said I go to the facility,
Don't go to class.
hang out, watch film, work out. Yeah,
No class.
like that's what he said. And
It just shows you how important the money is to these universities, that they don't care.
yeah,
And the
like it's
NC2A has given up on amateurs.
not even a
because they're all
secret.
pros now.
Yeah, like they
So-
don't. You know how many? That was,
2 years.
yeah,
What
that's
a
what he
life.
said. He graduated from Georgia.
Well, not only that, he opens up his mailbox or he looks at his bank account and he goes and he sees a deposit for whatever it is,
Yeah.
$1 million or
Yeah.
however much he's making a quarter or
Yeah.
a year.
So he didn't.
No
Yeah,
class. gets a
At
lot
least
of
he
money.
graduated. He's
Why would anyone
graduated.
want to leave that before they had to?
Well, the guy from Mississippi's fighting.
Yeah, he's trying to stay.
Yeah.
You don't want to go
Trinidad
there.
Chambliss? They ruled he couldn't come back for a 6th year. He got a lawyer and
What?
he wants to come back for a 6th
Because
year.
you're not going to class.
Well,
It's a payday.
why? You're going to get money. You know?
Crazy. And he knows that he's not an NFL level quarterback. You know, otherwise he'd want to go there.
And then here's
2 years. I can't believe he admitted that.
yeah. Here's what I want to bring up. This NIL and portal. One team in college football lost 55 players to the portal.
Already?
That's just one team.
That's like the whole team.
Yeah, I think you can get like 80, but with walk-ons and stuff, I don't
Is that
know
what
if
it
you
is?
have unlimited.
I know it's a lot of folks.
I
on
think
the
you get
sideline.
80 scholarships.
Oh, is that right?
Iowa State lost 55 players.
No kidding.
Now, their coach, Matt Campbell, was hired by Penn State.
So guess where it's going?
A lot of them. He's brought 40 in.
Bringing them in.
He brought 40 in the transfer
Here comes
portal.
the troops.
So it's going to be like Iowa State North.
Right. Well, guess what Indiana is? James Madison Central.
Yeah, West.
Because West, I mean,
Yeah.
they brought
They
all the,
they
all
took
the
a lot
players
of
with them.
And yet, James Madison had another great year. So, that's amazing.
Well, he left
But,
a legacy, obviously, of recruiting that
Yeah.
they played well.
So this portal and NIL stuff. Now, here's the one that,
Well, because like this isn't college anymore. This
No.
is semi-pros. Man.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
a training ground.
and here's the one that's going to get a lot of attention. And I saw this. The guy's name is Darian Mensah.
Okay.
He's the quarterback at Duke.
Okay.
Came in, signed an NIL, $8 million over 2 years.
4 years.
So this past season was his first year. Duke won the ACC championship.
That's right.
He was the
And they
quarterback.
got into the playoffs, right? Or no?
No.
No, Miami got
No,
in.
because they were like 8-5.
So Duke won and that allowed Miami to get in. That's what it was.
Well,
Kept Notre Dame out.
yeah, Duke was like in that large. They weren't an automatic
Right.
conference champion.
That's right.
So he put his name in the portal this year.
He did. Looking for more.
Yeah. Now Duke is going to sue him, and
For
this is where it's going to
That's where it could go. bad.
rubber's going to meet the road here soon. In that,
For breaking
are
contract.
NIL commitments enforceable? Contracts, are they enforceable?
Very interesting. That's the Wild
And
West.
This happened a couple weeks ago in Washington. University of Washington quarterback was going to leave because I think there may have been some sort of tampering
Okay.
with what's his name at LSU?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the new coach.
Yeah.
Oh
Lane Kiffin.
yeah. Because I think he wanted to go there.
Oh, I see.
In the end, his agent advised him to go back to Washington because they were going to sue him too.
So, yeah.
So now you got a 2-year NIL contract. Is it enforceable? And if this does go to trial, it's going to change everything.
Sure.
Because now you will be employees of the school,
Right.
and they can hold you so you can't go. If you sign a multi-year deal, you're going to have to stay there for multi-years.
So yeah, I know that there's a blur with where the money's being generated, whether it is on behalf of the university, directly, like you're saying, like an employee scenario, or is it a donor group that's providing the money for this kid to be a student there?
Right.
But he's under the student rules and not as an employee.
But do they pay
it's
the
a blurred
school
line.
to pay him?
I don't know.
Like, is there
or
a-
is it a direct payment?
A separate booster fund?
So Troy Aikman came on 2 months ago during the season,
Yeah.
and said that he'd never be involved in NIL ever again because he donated to UCLA and helped get a quarterback,
Yeah.
or maybe fully got the quarterback that they wanted, and he stayed 1 year.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be multi-year.
Right.
I don't know how many years he was supposed to be there. But he jumped in after 1 year. He says, I never got a thank you, never even got an acknowledgement that I poured in whatever millions, I'm
His money,
assuming.
yeah.
He said, "Screw that! You know, these
Yeah.
kids are just after the money grab, and it's not
Yeah.
really any.
It's
not
not
gonna
a
help
loyalty to the
It's
school.
not helping the school, so I'm not
Yeah.
giving to my school because
Right.
it's not. So did it go directly from Aikman to him to warrant that I want the thank you note because I paid you $1 million to be there this year,
Yeah,
or did it go to the school who then paid? That's the murky
right,
area.
and that's,
See, that was
and-
what was being worked out.
and-
I thought about in last April was there was a judge supposed to define all that, but
Right.
maybe that didn't happen.
it didn't happen, because is he an employee? He signed a contract,
Yeah,
does he have to fulfill the terms of that
Right,
contract?
right.
Or is that contract like a coach's contract? You sign a 10-year deal, you can
Yeah.
leave anytime you want.
yeah,
There's usually no penalty, there might be a buyout
Be-
penalty, but
yeah.
you don't have to stay to fulfill the terms of your contract. You know?
Well, obviously, this is the world of lawyers that have to be involved with
Yeah.
all of these deals.
Yeah,
So
and they're gonna
agents,
dig
lawyers,
deeper and
all of
deeper.
that. And it's just it's more it's pro sports, so these kind of things are going to be probably more prevalent than not, particularly with the quarterbacks moving around.
Okay. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if that goes to trial.
Yeah.
We were gonna talk about baseball something, but I don't feel like
Baseball,
talking about
not
that.
yet.
We'll talk about that next week, we'll have more
Yeah,
time, because we only
That'd
got
be good.
two football games.
Adam will be back. And
Yeah,
he can weigh
but
in.
you wanna talk about
Well, I just
golf
wanted to
news.
mention quickly about
And I had heard something about this, but fill me
the
in.
beginning of the season got a little more interesting when the news came out that Brooks Koepka, 5-time major winner, twice U.S. Open, 3-time PGA, who jumped to live three years ago, opted out on his last year of his contract with
Yeah.
the Live Group and wanted to return to the PGA Tour. So the PGA Tour now is under new leadership. His name is Brian Rollup, who was the second in charge in the NFL last year, in charge of all kind of stuff, and they thought that he might succeed the commissioner, when he decided to retire. So it was a steal. So apparently he's already made an overture in a way that may not have been made in previous times, where they figured out a specific rule and made it specifically for 4 guys on the Live Tour. Their top of the recent players that have gone.
Yeah.
These are the top 4 because they have the latest major victories. And so Koepka fit in that because he won the PGA while he was on the Live Tour. Rahm, DeChambeau, and Cameron Smith are the other ones. Those other 3 opted out. They said, no, we don't want to do it because they gave them an option to do it within a window that ends February 2nd. But they've already come publicly and said, we're staying with Live and doing that. But Koepka is now scheduled to play in California next week or the week after. However, he had to pay $5 million to a charity, probably his own charity.
Yeah.
But what
Probably.
they're doing to penalize him is that since Live has started, there's an equity program in the PGA Tour, where based on where you finish in the money list or in the all-time list, I don't know how it's exactly judged, that there's an equity percentage value in the ownership of the tour, and it can equal in the tens of millions of dollars to your equity stake. And I don't know if it's done in stock or bonds or however it's done, but I don't know if you can even cash out because they need all the money they can get. But
Right.
nonetheless, the tour players are part of the organization now, not just hired guns to represent them under just their rules. So it's going to cost him potentially $50 to $80 million because he's not eligible for any of that for 5 years. That's his penalty for coming back. His other penalties are that he can't get in the biggest tournaments, the signature events, unless he qualifies by playing the smaller events and finishing high enough to get those 5 spots that are given each
Exemptions.
week. Exemptions for the better players who are playing but are not in the big, signature events.
Right.
So he can qualify that way, but he's not he can't get an invite from the sponsor which sometimes they invite. Like Freaky Fowler got 10 invitations last year when he wasn't eligible.
Mhm.
But they love him because he's still the face of the tour, so they want him there. So, but Kepka can't get that. So the only reason I think this is important is that Live is it's an entity, and yet the tour recognizes that they can now, because of the tour's kind of won the battle where they've kept their better players for the most part.
Right.
And now they want the top ones back, but only them.
Yeah.
So there are others from Live that have been relegated because they are throwing off the guys that don't perform.
Uh-huh.
And they're not giving them any more money than they gave them to start with. And now they're poaching the younger players. So just the other day, the reigning NC2A college champion, Lasasso, gave up his spot in the Masters as an amateur. His potential to get right on the tour, because he was in that university program that jumps him right to the tour.
Yeah.
He was third, first to go right to the tour, so he had a chance to get to that. So he could have had a tour life already
Right.
in place starting in May. Giving all that up to take the deal and get the upfront money with Liv and go play on Phil Mickelson's team, because they were all about the teams.
Yeah.
And the difference being in the Live Tour, now LIV is the Roman numeral for 54.
Uh-huh.
And they use that as the name of the league because they play 54 holes. Well, that didn't qualify them for the world points. So none of the guys that were on that tour could accrue points playing each week in their tournaments, so that
Right.
they couldn't get to the bigger, international tournaments, including the U.S. Open and PGA and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So now they've switched to 72 holes.
Ah.
So Live now should be another
Oh, yeah.
numeral.
No, a new Roman numeral.
Whatever that is
What
for
if for
72.
72? I don't even know.
So it's, whatever it is. So X,
LXXII?
probably something like that. Yeah, I think that might be it. You got it. Good for you.
Things you learn
So
in school.
things are changing, and yet nothing's changed. But Koepka's back. He'll be an interest to some. Whether he wins or not will be another, thing we get to see. But the PGA Tour, I think now is stronger than it's ever been, as far as whether Liv poaches some of the younger players or not.
Yeah.
They have the biggest, best TV deals. They're the most exposed tour in the world. They create stars because of that exposure.
Yeah.
And that these guys who compete at a high level, I think, miss it. And that's what Koepka, I think he was just yearning to get back and say, look, I don't want to play in this little outing over here. I want to play in the U.S. Opens. Now, he qualified for all of them, but I don't think he felt like he prepared because he wasn't playing 72 holes. So we'll see how he does this year. So it's kind of a human interest story for the tour, right out of the gate.
So all you golf nuts.
So, the golf nuts, you probably know all
You
this
are now
already.
informed,
But
So,
it's an interesting talking point. And they're playing out in California in Palm Springs. So too bad for them.
nice place to be. Huh? All right.
If you had to be somewhere, that's not a bad place to
Hey,
be.
Jeff.
Hey.
All right.
So there's my story about
That's the golf update.
Yeah.
All right. Questions of the day. I got two.
Okay.
Question of the day. I have two, so it's questions. Would you rather be a long snapper or a holder?
Holder.
Why?
Have you ever tried a long snap? I actually tried that back when I was young. It's really hard to do. The pressure's on the holder. But
Yeah.
without a good snap, it don't matter if you hold it or not.
Right.
So you better get that snap back there. Now, the repetition part of it, if you do it 10 zillion times, I guess you can just get a feel for it. But I'd rather be the guy that catches it, puts it on the ground. I know that's perilous in its own right, but
I
holder for me.
I don't know. I think there's more chance of messing up as the holder.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the snapper, I guess you got to do punts and field goals. So it's more work.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would like I would probably want to be the long snapper. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Even on the punts?
That's all you do, yeah. You know, less pressure, go out there.
It's definitely a skill. There's no doubt about it.
Mike said he'd rather be the holder. He didn't say why. I don't know.
Mike and I on the same.
On the same page. All right, now the second question. Would you rather be able to grow wings to fly or
Sound like my son.
gills so you could swim and breathe underwater?
Wings.
Why?
I've had dreams all my life about flying.
Flying?
And
Why?
I hate being underwater. It's my absolute nightmare that I'm going to drown. So,
But you have gills. So you can breathe underwater.
I'm underwater.
I would rather be underwater because I went,
You know how many bad things are under there?
yeah, but you know how many cool things?
Well, there's that.
Like flying would be fun. I'm afraid of heights, but
Well,
flying would
there
be
you
fun.
go.
A little bit. But I went on a cruise last year and we went snorkeling in the Bahamas.
You liked it?
That was the best part of the trip for me.
Sure.
Just being there.
Yeah.
And I could only be on the top because I couldn't inhale and go too deep.
Yeah.
And I did go under, where then you have to blow the water out of your snorkel and everything. So, but I enjoyed looking at fish that I
Hey,
saw. It was amazing.
I
That
love
would
all
be-
those kinds of nature shows that
I
show
would-
what goes on underwater. It's
Yeah.
phenomenally
I would,
interesting.
That is more.
But
Mike said he'd rather have wings and soar to the heavens, but be a protected bird. So there's no human with wings hunting season, I guess is what he
yeah,
said.
I get it.
He'd be protected. All right. All right, that's pretty much it. We
All
just
right.
got to finish with,
Okay.
let's see, what do we want? Birthdays? Now, I went a little overboard last week on all of this. So I limited what I put down.
Okay.
Birthdays. 1936, Jerry Kramer
Mm.
of the Green Bay Packers.
The
Famous-
Ice Bowl.
Famous Packer sweep.
That was one of my first memories of the football world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yep, he was
I
born
think
today.
he wrote a book too or something.
Oh yeah.
So I think I read
Instant
that.
replay.
Was it?
And then distant replay.
Oh, okay.
Instant replay was about, I forget what season. It was one of the seasons with the
Yeah.
Packers and how
Oh, okay.
Lombardi treated them all like dogs and
36 when he was
stuff
born?
like that.
So
1936.
he was
Yeah.
3 years younger than my parents.
And then distant replay is, I think, what happened to a lot of the players
Oh yeah.
after.
Afterwards.
Yeah. And then you probably remember this guy, Pat Hayden,
Yeah.
quarterback
LA or San Diego.
for the Rams. No,
Was it Rams? Was it Rams?
USC
Oh yes.
guy. USC
That's right.
guy.
Pat Hayden from yeah.
Yep.
Right. He was decent.
Yeah, great announcer. I loved. He was.
That's right.
He was an
that's
announcer.
right.
He did Notre
I
Dame
remember him
games,
more. Okay.
which I thought was funny because he was a USC guy,
Right. Oh yeah.
and then he did all the Notre Dame games when they first got that TV contract.
Money talks.
Until he went back to be an AD at USC.
Okay.
But I always liked him as an announcer.
Very interesting.
Mark Wohlers, former Atlanta Braves pitcher,
Okay.
1970, and then 1971, Julie Foudy.
Who's that?
You know who that is?
Mhm.
Soccer player.
Oh.
273 caps. I guess that means goals. I'm
Oh,
not sure what that means.
Okay.
But a very good player on the women's national team. And then, let's see, this week, are events that happened in 1975. Ralph Kiner is inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Okay.
1979, Willie Mays is inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And then in 1983, Bjorn Borg retired. He retired young.
He did.
He was a great player.
Oh, I watched
That's when they had those wooden
Borg and
rackets.
Connors,
Oh,
and Borg and
always.
McEnroe.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Oh, they
you
were
can't
good.
get any better than those.
They
those
were
guys.
good. Let's see, a couple of historical events. 1789, Georgetown College. Now Georgetown University is founded. That's an old school.
That's old school. That literally is old school.
Yes. 1986, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducts its first class of artists. 1977, the TV miniseries Roots debuts.
Oh, I remember.
Everybody watched
I
that
remember
series.
vividly.
That changed television right there.
Changed it. Yep.
Yeah, that's all we do with that.
All right.
Now, what national day is it today, you ask?
Oh, I asked.
You asked,
What
'cause I know you wanna
national
go.
day? Yes.
I will start out with National Activity Professionals Day. Honors activity professionals working in elder care and related fields. So
Oh, okay.
they deserve some sort of,
Absolutely.
that's a tough thing to do.
That's that's hard work.
Security Technician Day acknowledges the work of security technicians. I guess, I don't know what that means,
Is
but
that like security guards,
I don't know.
locksmiths?
National Handwriting Day encourages writing by hand, observed on John Hancock's birthday. That's why it's,
Oh, well, that makes a little sense.
yes, it does.
How many? All right. How many kids? If you had 20 kids or 20 people aged 20 and under right now,
Yeah,
ages
Zero.
between
I know what you're
15
gonna
and
ask.
20, could write cursive.
zero. No.
That you could
a
read.
a few can.
Few have probably been taught by
Yes.
their parents, but
Yeah,
very few.
yeah, because they don't, some schools still teach it.
My kids
They
are
don't.
30 and 20, 27, 28, and they were taught.
Yeah,
And their mother was good at reinforcing it, so I think they could,
yeah.
but it wouldn't go fast.
No, not at all.
And
I think Kelsey can, but Cooper was not taught.
I can write cursive still, but nobody can read it.
Yeah, me too.
Mine looks like
I can barely.
shorthand. Remember they called it shorthand
Yeah,
or whatever?
yeah.
It's just a bunch of squiggly
Yeah,
lines.
I can barely read my printing, let alone my writing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you see what I'm trying to read here.
like Chinese.
Yes. It's also National Sticky Toffee Pudding Day.
Oh, that's a real English deal, isn't it?
I think so. I don't. Have
I've
you ever
heard,
had
I've heard,
sticky
I've
toffee
heard
pudding?
Gordon Ramsay say that. So
Yeah.
I think that's an
I-
English.
I think it is English toffee
Yeah.
pudding.
Yeah.
Snowplow Mailbox Hockey Day.
Well, the snowplow part, they're pretty close because
It's
there'll
coming
be
through.
a bunch of them coming around here.
This says a whimsical
Mailbox with snowplow.
holiday acknowledging the winter struggle of mailboxes versus snowplows.
Oh, well,
Which can be
there could be
every now and
there'll
then
be
the
some
snowplow a
casualties.
little bit too far,
Oh, just
knocking
a
that
pile up
off.
of the snow can knock them over.
And then my two favorite, it's Measure Your Feet Day. Make sure you're wearing the right shoes. And then, of course, the day we should all celebrate this today. It's National Pie Day. A day to
What's your
enjoy
favorite
and
pie?
celebrate pies of all kinds. Apple.
Apple's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pecan comes to mind for me.
Really?
Yeah, I just love pecan.
Apple in any way
Yeah,
is always
apple's good.
So, measure your feet while you're having a slice of pie,
There we go.
and you've got the day covered.
Appreciate that.
There you go.
I learned something.
Yeah. Well, we try to inform.
We're doing
We
the
talk
best we
more
can.
than but sports now. We're kind of transitioning
We have a wide breadth of
information.
nothingness.
Yes. A lot of useless information that we like to share.
But we have fun with it.
All right. So until next time,
Till next time.
hopefully Adam will be back next week if he doesn't get snowed in.
Everybody in the world here the next week that's in the wave of this storm.
yes, be
Good
careful.
luck. Be
Yeah,
careful.
good luck to you. All right. Until next time, take care.
Bye bye.